Hello and welcome back to this sacred space. In today's session we will receive guidance for this week and we are starting today on Monday. Today we have 3 groups, and as the previous time I will not be using any cards today, just my own abilities. And so if you want to skip ahead to your message, click on the timestamp for that down below. And I'm going to begin by setting an intention for this session. So I'm connecting in. Connecting into my higher self and the wisdom of my higher self through all existing lifetimes, both the past, the present, and the future, coming together in this now moment. Connecting deeper into the essence of my Kali, my beloved Dark Mother, asking her to blend her energies with mine throughout this session for powerful transformation for this community. Calling forth the spirit guides, the ancestors and the beloved dead of this community, and asking my Kali and my spirit guides to act as messengers between us. Connecting deeper into my passion, to my psychic abilities and to my mediumship abilities, further enhancing them to a level that is appropriate for my well-being and health. I set the intention to give this community clarity and wisdom throughout these messages, and that I channel these messages in a clear, concise, loving, and impactful way in order to shift and initiate the experiences of this community. I pray that these messages are for the highest good of all beings and the earth in its entirety. Let it be so. Tack så mycket. Let's begin the messages. Group number 1, I'm connecting in with Raccoon for you. And the mask around the eyes, they're coloring. And so this message for you is about coming out of your hiding, coming out of your shell. Perhaps especially for some of you in a workplace where you feel pressure to be a certain personality type around your colleagues. And so you will be guided and uplifted to show your true colors more. You will be helped in that. And so perhaps people will ask you different questions, or you will feel a stronger sense of safety with people around you. But there's a shift where you feel more so allowed to be more of you. And it might feel a bit uncomfortable and different at first to be this. This really feels like a public setting, more so a public setting. So whenever you are in a a sort of public area or setting, meeting people. So it will feel a bit unusual and different. But it's not a bad experience. And it's like you are learning something new. And it's a new way of relating to people. And I do feel very strongly that this is a must moving forward with how we are growing as a human race. That it is important that we can relate to each other. And I just saw like a image of a person coming through my door here. So this is a, let's see, it's a human. Is this a ancestor far back, or is it a beloved that this community has met? So this is someone you have met who is in spirit now, coming through to assist you with this. They're saying that this is a transition. And who this person is will be very different to all of you. Let's see if we can receive some sort of message about who this can be for you. It's not a guarantee, but let's see. So it's someone who is very clever, very clever. And they see things, they observe things. They could be logical, have a logical approach. And they were lacking this, the sentimental value. But being in the afterlife, they recognize the value of being sentimental, of being, of valuing and speaking about memories, of emotions, the more softer sides of life. And I can feel this person leaving now. So you do have support throughout this transition. And this is something that will be noticeable for a couple of weeks until it gets second nature to you. So in about a couple of weeks, you have formed a new relationship to yourself, but also a new relationship to people around you and to the world around you, to humanity, because it's about connecting more and feeling more warmth and feeling more intimacy and closeness in life, even with strangers or people that you do perhaps business with or meet at the gym or whatever. It's in a public area where words, can you help me with the phrasing? Where you expect to keep people at a distance. Not so much that longer. I hope I make sense. So it's about drawing people closer. And that is it for today's message and for this weekly guidance for this week ahead. What sort of starting up right now. So I hope that this resonates with you. Please leave a comment, like this video if you found it to be helpful, and I do hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye. Group number 2. With you, I connect in with a salamander, and I just saw a shadow here. I can feel my mother coming through. She will be coming back. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about the salamander. The salamander, what I feel psychically right now that it represents, it's the ability to adapt to different environments, and the ability to adapt to changes, that really stands out to me. Is there anything else? There's also something about the coloring. I do believe that they can have quite bright colors. That's what I'm being shown, at least. Like bright blue and green, perhaps even yellow, orange, red. There's something with that. It's the ability to shine and to... I have an experience, I'm just trying to put it into words so that it makes sense to you. Can you help me with the phrasing, please? It's not just about surviving change. It's about thriving in change and see how you form, how you blossom and bloom as a human, as a soul. Having change as a thrilling experience. I'm receiving that this is new. This is what will be coming in, starting sort of at the middle of this week. There's something, I can't quite tell you what. If there's a physical change or just a change internally. But there is a subtle shift in energy, is what they're saying. A subtle shift in energy that makes you less prone to anxiety when it comes to change, is what they're saying. And so make use of that and see how you can ride the wave of this change and really enjoy it. And use it to the max. So I'm feeling my mother connect in, coming through again, coming back. And she's saying that she spent a lot of time outdoors in nature, with gardening. She loved gardening. And this is where you can better assimilate. This is not for all of you, but a lot of you do find harmony, peace, and an ability to adapt better, transition more harmoniously when you are in nature. It's like you regulate your nervous system. For others of you, I'm receiving swimming, perhaps swimming as an exercise, or just exercising in general. These are things that can help you move the energy if anxiety around change start to bubble up, or even feeling anxiety bubble up from receiving this message, perhaps fearing that big changes will be coming. So use those things, and also being creative with art, writing, painting can be useful as well, or handwork. They're just giving me a lot of things. So really anything that calms you down, that lets you be in your body, that calms your nervous system down, and that engages your senses and or your body in a way that doesn't wire up your brain. Okay, so there's something final that I want to say with this message for you for this week. So it's like at the peak of this week, so around the weekend here, I can see you getting surprised by something, or something is coming at you that you're not prepared for. It doesn't have to be anything bad. It's just that you are taken aback a little. Perhaps there is an offer, doing something on the weekend or something like that that you hadn't really planned, and you are a real home person, love being at home. And so this really feels like an offer to try out your wings in savoring the changes, savoring change in your life, and seeing what good it can bring with you. And they're saying, let's put a cap on that. And it's like they're showing a reward coming from this. A physical reward is what they're saying. So that can be anything really. It can also be increased health, for example. So there is a reward to be received after moving through this and trying to learn to thrive in change. So that is all for your message. I really do hope that it resonates. If it does, if you found this video helpful, please like it and leave a comment, and I hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye. Group number 3, for you, I receive an image of a blue whale. So you are diving, or rather, I should say, there is an invitation this week to dive into something deeper and more ancient, something very intelligent, but it's this sort of spiritual intelligence, something very wise within and around you. So you're being asked to plunge deep into the depths this week. And I do feel perhaps a little bit of resistance for a lot of you, or even all of you. It's like this is not the time right now. But Spirit will be taking measures to make sure that you actually do this. So they're giving me an example of plans getting cancelled, for perhaps, or perhaps you come down with a cold or something. There's something that will allow you to dive deeper into the abyss. And now I'm feeling a question rising up from inside your being, you could say, of what am I supposed to do there? What am I supposed to do with this time? What does it even mean? So this is a time for contemplation and reflection, writing in your journal, creating art while connecting into the deeper aspects of you, connecting into your inner child and asking questions, doing shadow work, using tarot and oracle spreads that really asks deeper, meaningful questions about life and your existence and your purpose and things like that. You will be helped here. You will be helped. But take the opportunity. And they're pointing out Friday for some reason, and it's like you will be rising up to the surface here by that time, slowly rising to the surface and re-engage with society, with family and friends. So you don't have to worry about that. Perhaps you have plans to go to a birthday party or a family dinner or something like that, so don't worry about that. You will be coming up to the surface by then, but it's like the effects of the work that you have done will be lingering, and some people might notice, and that's one of the purposes of you doing this. So you are affecting change in people as well here. Let's see if there's anything else. You might be experiencing, or rather I should say, the effect this will have on you is that your energetic field, your aura will expand. So you could become more sensitive and picking up more things, and all is as it should be here. So if you start to experience more otherworldly things, that's in perfect order. Perhaps things that you cannot really explain with logic and reason. You are growing and developing your craft, your abilities. Let's see if there's anything else. I do feel like there is someone with a lot of feminine energy around you. Can also be a male person who is interested in what you're doing, or someone you can share this with, like you have this in common. And it's not someone that you already have this with. This feels like a new sort of way to connect for you two. But there is someone already in your life with a lot of soft, caring, very warm, more so subtle feeling energy to them. Perhaps a lot of Pisces energy in their chart, or prominent Pisces, Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus energy, or even Libra. But it's like this will grow for you. This way of connecting will grow for you, and this other person will learn things from you, and you will learn from them, because it's like they are picking up speed with their interest for these more spiritual things. Let's see if there's anything else. I feel connection to source. Is it a message, or is it a message in itself? It's a message in itself. So you're developing your connection to source here as well, and source within you above all things, recognizing more so the divine spark in you, seeing the divinity in you more strongly, more clearly, more in a sort of day-to-day life way, translating what that means to be divine in a day-to-day human life experience. It's like that is blending more for you, and the borders are becoming more and more loose. But that's a process, a slow-moving process. But something kicks in here with this journey of moving inward and deeper down at the sort of root of your experience as a human and a soul. And I do feel gratitude from your guides for connecting in through prayer, meditation, and conversation. It's paying off. It is paying off. For those of you who might feel insecure about that and not so sure about your connection, it is paying off. That is all for today's message for you, group number 3. I do hope that this resonates with you. If it does, and if it is of help for you, please like this video, leave a comment, and I do hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye.